she successfully picks up the complicated sequence of actions and gets her reward. Next, Horner and her boxes make the 15-minute journey to nearby Ngamba Island. Horner demonstrates the movements to Billy. Now it's Billy's turn. Will she copy the actions? Just like Jessica, the chimpanzee copies the actions and gets her reward. But Horner has just been toying with both ape and child. This experiment is not about how apes learn, it's about understanding how humans learn. Back at the school, she swaps the boxes.
We then present them with what we call the clear box. And this one is structurally identical to the black box, but this time all of the walls of the box are made of see-through material. And actually there's a false ceiling which runs right around the top here, so that all the actions to the top are irrelevant. They're pretend nonsense actions. And the sticker, or the food reward, is actually located in this tube at the front.
Jessica can now see that poking the stick in the top is pointless, and yet the only action she needs to do is the last one. But for some reason, Jessica sticks faithfully to what she's learned. Even though she can see that the first actions are unnecessary, she carefully repeats them. Finally, she gets the reward. It's not just Jessica. Horner has tested children around the world, and they all copy her actions. Not one of them takes the shortcut.
What we found was actually rather surprising. We found that the children copied everything that I did, no matter whether they had the black box or the see-through box.
So what will Billy do? She goes straight for the sweet. This isn't unusual. In trials with a dozen chimpanzees, Horner has found that 2 times out of 3, chimpanzees take the shortcut. It's a start towards explaining why humans and apes are so different.
Imitation and copying accurately is a huge part of our development as humans. It's how we learn language, it's how we learn to interact with objects and acquire cultural behaviours and lots of the complex things that we do as humans. And it's a little as if it's a sort of default for us to copy accurately.
So, we have some beings that copy and develop that way, and the person copied is a result of the environment. In this case, the monetary system. Three, obedience. Many scientific studies have shown that human being is obedient in front of the authorities in that state or the group they belong to.
The gentleman in the elevator now is a candid star. These folks who are entering, the man with the white shirt, the lady with the trench coat, and subsequently one other member of our staff, will face the rear. And you'll see how this man in the trench coat tries to maintain his individuality, but little by little, he looks at his watch, but he's really making an excuse for turning just a little bit more to the wall. Now we'll try it once again. Here's the candid subject. Here comes the candid camera staff, 3 of them at least. And this man has apparently been in groups Here's a fella with his hat on in the elevator. First he makes a full turn to the rear, and Charlie closes the door. A moment later, we'll open the door. Everybody's changed positions. Now we'll see if we can use group pressure for some good. Now, in a moment, on Charlie's signal, everybody turns forward. Notice they take off their hats. And now, do you think we could reverse the procedure? Watch.
Four, homeostasis. One of the most important points. Homeostasis, or why beggars are pleased to be beggars, the poor to be poor, mediocre, and winners to be winners. The property of a system, either open or closed, that regulates its internal environment and tends to maintain a stable, constant condition. Human homeostasis refers to the body's ability to physiologically regulate its inner environment, to ensure its stability, in response to fluctuations in the outside environment, and the weather. What does this mean? If for only a few months, you stay at the computer on the internet, your body gets used to it, and will feel uncomfortable when you suddenly have to change this habit, and go every day, for instance, to do sport. If a person has become accustomed to poverty, and a higher amount of money is available to him, he will quickly spend it on whatever grabs, because poverty is the natural state and the body got used to this, and, strange as it may seem, those extra money causes him discomfort, and the body wants to change this state to the previous one. If you become accustomed to idleness, it will be very hard to learn diligence, because it does not feel natural at all. Every time you disturb homeostasis, the body can be disturbed, so that there can occur even physical disorders, such as dizziness, nausea, unpleasant sensations in the stomach, to disturb the digestive system. The situation may occur psychological depression, lack of feel for any activity, laziness and delay involved. You have to take that risk for all this, if you really want to have a different life than the one you have now. If you want to go quickly from what life offers you now to another one, the change will be tough, and that's the price you must pay. What I'll teach you is to bring out the qualities that you fell asleep, and develop your personality, to have the comfort you want, to can have a sex life that you want, the relationship you desire, the lifestyle you want. To get the results you want, you will be fully involved, physically and mentally. What will you learn, and especially what you have to do to get the person who is successful in these aspects of life, will not be a simple walk in the park. almost certainly, if not the life you want, you will have to disturb homeostasis, but it takes little effort and sweat if you want to achieve in a short time what many do not get in a lifetime. When I had to learn all these things, I didn't felt myself, but I have not given up any moment, because I really wanted to succeed. And believe me, I never felt more myself than now. So